Now in this video we're going to look at the simplest voltage dividers using fixed value resistors. All we're going to use is 1 kilo ohm resistors on here. All the ones on the board, they're 1000 ohms. So it's really easy to make half of the power supply voltage divider, or thirds, either 1/3 or 2/3. So now keep in mind, these voltages that we are getting are signal voltages. Something else looks at the voltage. We're going to use a multimeter to look at the voltage in relationship to ground. It doesn't take any current, maybe a tiny bit trickles through, but practically no current, and it just looks at the voltage. So it's not for providing power. That's the main thing. But it's really easy to get a fixed fraction of the power supply voltage with a fixed value resistor here. So if you got two of them, equal value resistors in series with the power supply, if it's 6 volts, you're going to end up with 3 volts across one resistor and 3 volts across the other one. The voltage you're looking at is in relationship to ground. That's usually where you take your voltage relationship to. And so we'll have 3 volts at that point according to the multimeter. And in this circuit here, so we have, if we're looking at this point here, 2/3 of the resistance, twice the resistance towards the positive supply as the negative supply. Less resistance towards the negative supply helps hold the voltage down. So we're going to have about 1/3 of the supply voltage there, as long as no current is being drawn from it. So about 2 volts if it's a 6 volt power supply. If we come up to this point, in relationship to ground, we have twice the resistance as towards the positive supply right there. And so we're going to end up with 2/3 of the supply voltage, because it's going here and then it's skipping past those when it comes to the voltage in relationship to ground right there. It's closer to the positive supply, so it is 2/3. So hopefully that makes sense. But in any case, we have here the fixed value resistors on the breadboard, going from the positive supply, making direct connections to each other, and then going to the negative on both sides there. And now we got the multimeter here. So this is an auto ranging multimeter, really easy. I just have to set it to measure voltage. The red probe stays there for everything except for high current. Really easy meter to use, but unfortunately they do not sell this meter anymore unless you find it by some third-party seller or something. And so in any case, we'll look the supply rail voltage, 6 volts. Doesn't matter if we measure on that side or both sides, doesn't matter. So we'll first look at the 2 equal value resistors in series. You can see at the halfway point there where they meet, we got 3 volts. And then we'll come over here, and where these 2 resistors meet towards the positive supply, we got 4 volts. And down here where the 2 resistors meet towards the negative side, the lower voltage side, we have 2 volts right there. So not exact, but good enough. So in any case, electronics is not really exact. Usually close is perfectly fine for most circuits. Make sure you turn the multimeter off when you are done. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I'm posting. Click like, subscribe, the bell, all that. Donate to Patreon if you can. That helps the most. I have links down in the description. But just watching videos helps out a ton. Thanks for that. I will see you in the next video.